Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another live stream. First of all, I apologize that we are a little bit late. There was an earthquake, so I was tending to a cabinet full of figures that had fallen over. No people had fallen over in the house, which is always good, but figures definitely did take a dive, so I apologize for being late, but we're here now, so that's hopefully going to make up for it. We have an amazing panel with one more on the way. Lael, aka 1/6 Scale Man, will be joining us very shortly. But we also have a special guest who occasionally graces us with his presence, but he's a very busy man. He's taking pics in person in Hong Kong. It's Ryan Kirkwood. Ryan, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing quite good.
Oh,
After hearing your news about Rex, so that is my one thing that I'm looking forward to for the week.
oh no, he's done what I told him not to do. He's got his hopes up. Well, hopefully it doesn't not get released, and then we'll have an issue. But apparently it's still like there's no update on whether it's coming or not coming, which means that the plans are still going ahead, in my opinion. So
It is
we
a
should
public
hopefully
holiday
see.
today, so it won't be today.
Won't be today. Probably tomorrow or Friday. Usually the days. They don't usually do weekend releases, I've found. But the Thursday, Friday, hopefully. Well, hopefully Ryan gets to have his Rex in hand before the weekend. That would be ideal because Ryan's in Hong Kong, of course. We also have my amazing podcast co-hosts, and we will be filming the podcast after this, so get excited, everyone. Will from WillFoxification. Will, how are you?
Justin, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I don't even think I told you the good news yet. So
I haven't heard any good news. All I heard was bad news because of the earthquake.
All you heard was things shaking. That's it.
It was actually quite bad, to be honest. We haven't had an earthquake in 15 years. My wife told me. She's like, yeah, the last one was 15 years ago. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, in Maryland, we don't get them very much. When we do, it's like a pretty rare occurrence, and it can get kind of bad, but it's not like, Cali or somewhere that gets more earthquakes. Like, we just don't have to deal with it that much. But
up in the north, like, it was really freaking bad. And, like, Steph showed me a picture of a building that's entire roof came off. So...
Do you know what on the Richter scale how big it was?
5.8, she said.
Oh, that's a nice quake. Nice quake.
Yeah, that's a solid quake, Justin.
That's it. Yeah, that's a solid quake, buddy.
Yeah, but so the good news is I got 3-0 Jamie Lannister in today. So I just got him in. That's why I was slightly late showing up as well, because I was working on posing him, because you guys are always telling me life is about posing, right? So I was trying. I did, though. I broke the little buckle piece on the belt buckle. So, but it's really not a big deal because you can just slide the belt right through and just wrap it around.
Yeah,
it's really not the end of the world. So
I don't like when they make the belts like that, where it's like the hook, like the clip, and then it's just got like a little prong that sticks out.
It's very tiny.
So fragile.
It's
by the way, people are saying my audio is a bit off.
It was at first, but it's good now.
It's good now.
In the beginning, I was going to message you because it was a little bit off, but now it sounds okay. So
okay, hopefully my audio is fixed. Yeah, that Jamie figure is fantastic. So I'm glad that you got it. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, but I'm super glad that you got it because you do. So hopefully it holds up.
Yeah, I could not get the cape on, so I just said screw it. I'm not doing it. So because getting those two little latches on the back of the little straps, they're underneath the shoulder pauldrons, and it's not very accessible. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave the cape off for now. So
good idea. Take your time with it. Just sit down.
I'm not trying to break
relax.
stuff, Justin. I'm trying to be gentle. I'm trying to be gentler. So, and also, here's the other good news. I didn't tell you this yet. I bought another CC Toys clicker.
Because I knew you would. You need multiple, and now you just need to get another shirt or something and put a little bit of dirt on there, so then you have two different looking clickers. Yeah,
for all my Last of Us fans out there, fellow Last of Us fans, I'm getting a SWAT vest, for the what are they called? The Fedra Troopers from The Last of Us, and putting a clicker head on there, so it's like a turning Fedra Trooper turned into a clicker. Dude, the price is too good on those, like 120 shipped. Dude, you can't pass those up. I mean, those clickers.
2 is a good number. I think 2 is a pretty decent number. You can have Ellie and Joel both fighting a clicker each.
I'm just proud I got you to buy one at all. So,
hey,
I'll take that as a win.
It's sitting in the box right now because I'm waiting for the module case, obviously, which I should be doing the final payment today, and then they should be here hopefully really soon. And then I'll have my video game shelf with Last of Us and Uncharted and Witcher and Detroit Become Human, all the video game stuff, maybe even PS4 Spidey can go on that shelf. And then it'll be a proper setup. But anyway, we also have the amazing, the super knowledgeable, and the currently ordering figures, Robert Meyer Burnett.
Bruh.
Hello.
I had to order a figure.
Yeah. Forgive us. Rob had to order a figure, but
I had to go order,
the
you know,
of the show.
My Maximus figure from Gladiator, which I know the head sculpt's not perfect, but once you put the helmet on, it's amazing. This figure is one of my favorite figures I own. Commodus, the Joaquin Phoenix character, they just released a 2-pack. I just saw it right as I was on this show, and I'm like, come on, man. I got to have Commodus so he can fight Maximus in the arena. Of course. You know? I mean, I know it's not modern, but Gladiator is still one of my favorite movies. Still
dope, and it's toyetic, I think. I mean, there are certain things that just work in action figure format. You got
I agree.
Armored characters, medieval type armored characters. I think they work well because there's so many moving parts and it looks cool. And Gladiator kind of falls into that category, I think. So
well, and because it's got one of your favorite things, a diorama base.
Oof.
You know,
I love a good diorama base.
I know you do. I know you do. And this,
I have a Lord of the Rings figure actually that arrived that also has a diorama base. Maybe you can tell me about it because I don't know.
Wow.
Orlando Bloom's character.
Oh, Legolas.
This guy. But the diorama base is like, I don't know how to show you without removing it. It's like this thing.
Is that the
it's
Rasmus?
Got like a staircase and it's got like a spiky in the back and a little flame thing. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Is that a special thing or is it just like a...
Well, it looks like it could be part of Rivendell or, you know, where...
I think it's the Helm's Deep version, isn't it?
It says, Battle of Helm's Deep.
Oh, there you go. So there you go.
Helm's Deep. Yeah, Asmus, yeah.
Anyway, I'll have to review that today, and we will see if it is any good. We have had a few super chats come in, just actually before we even started, so a huge thank you to those people. Sent in a $4.99 saying, hello, RMB, Ryan, Lael, Will, and Justin. Hello, everyone, with a diamond and a smiley face. Hello to you. We also had one from Jaden, who is an amazing Justin's Collection Plus channel member, saying, much appreciation for everyone tonight. Like always, tonight will be a great show. Thank you. Cannot wait for the Back to the Future 3 figures. Yes, we will be discussing Back to the Future 3. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting, specifically with their timing. But we'll get into that when Lael pops in. We'll talk about Back to the Future and all of that sort of stuff. Hopefully, my Marty should be here either today or tomorrow, I hope. I'm curious to compare the new head sculpt versus the old head sculpt. And, of course, we have Lael. Let me add him into the stream. Hello, sir.
Yo, how you doing, man?
Hello, my friend. Good to see you again, twice in a week.
Oh man, yo, can we make it a third? Can we please? Yo, listen.
We had an epic stream, man.
Bro, I had the most amazing time on Midnight Metal. Like literally, it was the best. Number one, being up from 3 o'clock in the morning to 8 in the morning. Listen,
oh my god.
Listen, though. Now it sounds bad, but when you're having that much fun, bro. It's just like the time keeps on ticking, bro, into the future, bro. Straight up.
Wow.
I love that you're a Steve Miller fan.
Yes, you already know.
You fly like an eagle.
Fly like an eagle, bro.
But
yes.
I thought that was a really great, interesting, fascinating conversation. Having those good conversations on Midnight Metal are great. You know what? Though, if I didn't have to, like, I usually walk. Our normal thing is we walk the dogs at 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
But I should walk the dogs earlier and start Midnight Metal East Coast time. So it'd be 9 o'clock for me.
Hey,
that'd be good.
Anytime you want to do it does not
9
matter.
PM
We can
metal.
go. 9 p.m. metal, I'm a
go.
I had the best time. Will, you should jump on one night when you're not as sleepy, bro. I'm telling you, you had a time of your life.
Will is always sleepy.
Hey,
yeah, that's true.
Hey, yo, you have to catch Rob in his element when he got his little wine glass in front of him, bro. It is.
I feel like I got a little bit sloppy by the end there, but
but that was the best.
I just got to do it at night when I'm not working.
Sometimes 5 hours though it gets a little too much. So I'm like,
right.
I'm sure some people watch our Midnight Metal show and go, Rob, it's an excuse to drink for me, and it is because I don't drink during the week. And Midnight Metal, but it's fun because it loosens you up in the conversation until the point where I'm a little incoherent. Listen, Lael, it's great to have you.
It was amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I loved it.
So
damn.
Next time you have it, I'm there. I'm inviting myself, bro.
Oh, well, that was a great. I mean, you and me and we had a great conversation.
Yeah.
Well, has sent in a diamond super sticker just to let you all know that you all are diamonds in the rough. Thank you.
Wow.
Much appreciated.
I like that.
I'm hoping to have. I got it.
That's pretty good.
I'm hoping to have her on. Hopefully, I'll have her on Thursday night on Uncivilized Scoundrels. So I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So
Wait,
I got
civilized or uncivilized scoundrels?
Uncivilized Scoundrels.
I love that. That's great. By the way, can I just say I did not know that this Joaquin Phoenix figure comes with the head sculpt during the duel. When his tongue it's from one shot in the movie where his tongue is hanging out where he's all bloodthirsty.
Yes.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe that they made this head sculpt.
Yes.
Excellent. Well.
Wow.
What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man?
I am good. Well, I already sent you congrats on your 1K, but I'll say it again.
Once I'll let Justin finish, but once he finishes, I do want to
No.
Listen.
I want a round of applause for Lael for hitting and surpassing 1,000 subs.
Congratulations.
Wait, I think I have something for that.
Oh. Listen, it happened. It all happened on Midnight Metal, bro. It went down. Everything went down on Midnight Metal. Yes, it did. It went down.
Well, we did say it. Everybody should go subscribe to your channel.
Yes, it went down. But you see, Justin, you know why Midnight Metal was so important? Because number one, we gave you your what we want to call. We gave you your flowers, bro. This is what we did.
Oh, we did.
gave you your flowers, bro. We talked about your contributions to the community, how important you are to the community. We literally gave you your flowers on that show. Everything happened on that show. So
check out the stream now.
You do.
Streaming.
You do. We gave you your flowers, bro. Seriously, we did. I want to thank everybody in the community.
Thank you.
These guys, everybody who's been a part of this journey, man. It's the best time of my life. Thank you all, man. It's important. It's been great.
Wait a minute, is your lady on this stream? Because she hear you say that?
She's in there. Yeah.
Yes, she is. She's in there.
I don't know. I think you should say she's the best time of your life. We're second. That's all I should say. You know,
Rob's trying to help you out, Lael.
Yeah,
she's listening,
bro.
She's listening, so you'll see her in the chat in a minute. But no, thanks everybody. Thank you,
man. I don't want to be a home wrecker.
hey, actually, you gave me by you giving me my flowers, you made that night the time of my life, bro. Literally, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, just if I could also, throw it back to you. I thought it was great having you on the show, and I think would also agree that it's all about having what is YouTube streams about if not great conversation?
Yes.
And that was a really good conversation.
Yes.
And what I love, all you guys are all new friends, and it's great to. I think that's what YouTube has done, especially during the pandemic, for all the people who talk about toxicity and everything. I mean, this channel is the opposite of that.
Exactly.
Hey,
it is. It is.
So
See,
this is all about joy and love, man.
See, Justin, we're just sprinkling all the love on you, bro. You're just getting all that love.
Thank you. Y'all are the best. Every single one of you in the panel and in the chat, obviously. Y'all are awesome. Speaking of awesome, depending on your thoughts on the film, we have some figures to talk about.
Yes.
Some surprises. Shall
we? Coming out of nowhere surprises.
Yeah.
Coming out of nowhere. Hello, Marty McFly from Back to the Future 3.
By the way, can I just say, this is a fantastic looking figure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that head sculpt. Maybe the best Marty McFly head sculpt of the bunch.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily, I think it is the best.
And before
Hands
people
down.
start bitching and moaning and complaining, how come the hat doesn't come off? I don't care.
I mean,
don't care.
you already have 3 other Martys with
Yes.
no hat.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
chill, just chill.
Yeah. Exactly.
They wanted to make it specific to Back to the Future 3. No need for the hat to come
But
off.
both
It's
look at
totally
both
fine.
of these figures.
Amazing.
Oh man.
I think that's
Amazing.
the better of the 2 Doc head sculpts as well. I like the
Yep.
open mouth one, but because he does that expression like 90% of the film, he looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with the open mouth, but this one I think is superior. His
Yeah.
hat is also fixed on, for those wondering.
Yep.
And if you're also wondering why there aren't any figure preview videos, Ryan, can you let us know what Hot Toys did to these awesome figures?
Well, in typical Hot Toys fashion, they are not in Hong Kong. They are in Japan for the new store opening. So
Oh.
we'll get a figure preview video whenever they decide to ship them back.
What kind of
Or-
slacker? Why aren't you on a plane? Why aren't you in Tokyo? Come on, dude. Justin expects you
Justin's
to take those photos.
The Justin's collection budget, unfortunately, does not extend to international flights yet. Maybe one day. But maybe it will be like Ahsoka from Mandalorian, and they just will never put them on display in Hong Kong. Unless we didn't do Ahsoka, did we, Ryan?
No.
No. So they'll just maybe never put them on display in Hong Kong, and then we'll just have to wait for the reviews. But I don't know about you, gents. Back to the Future 3 is my least favorite of the 3. I don't know if that's a common sentiment, because I've spoken to people who are like, no. Back to the Future is the best of the 3.
I agree with you, Justin. The first Back to the Future is one of those perfect films ever made.
That one's the best, I think. I agree with you. I think that one's the best.
And I love Back to the Future 2, but Back to the Future 2 doesn't exist without Back to the Future 1. And Back to the Future 3 is kind of a goof, but these are great. Look at this figure. That is a great looking figure.
Yeah.
I would have liked him in the pink suit as well. Like the pink cowboy suit that he was wearing for like a hot minute. That would have been hilarious. But this one's obviously the better look. It would have just been nice to include it.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to get to it. Hold on. Let's see if we can bring her up. There she is.
What?
There it is.
Come on now.
Yeah.
It's happening,
have a
guys.
theory.
It's happening.
I have a theory. So we have they call it the time machine. They don't call it DeLorean. Maybe for licensing reasons. I don't know. It's very clearly a DeLorean. They made the first one, but they never made the hover converted second one, which would be super easy, especially based on this, because this one already has Mr. Fusion in the back. All they would need to do is swap out the wheels. I think that if we do get a reissue of the DeLorean, there would be no reason at this point for them not to do a deluxe version with the 3 different options for the wheels and the ability to swap out Mr. Fusion and this thing on the front of the bonnet. I wouldn't be surprised if those are interchangeable parts, because it's just strapped on around the bonnet. Totally easy for them to just remove it. And just change the wheels out. I think that that's potentially, if they do a reissue of the DeLorean, I think that's what they're going to do. What do you all think about that?
I think
makes sense.
I think you're right, and I think that's what they're teasing, because otherwise, why are they making? If they're going to make, we're getting 6 new Back to the Future figures. It's for them not to do this DeLorean, and they've already reissued it before. Why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
It's unless Hot Toys is suddenly adverse to cash.
Which sometimes they are. So
sometimes they are.
sometimes they're a
pretty
little bit
much.
allergic. Yeah.
Pretty much.
There's I don't want
It's like, oh,
to
cash.
go
Just toss it that way.
Oh, get out of here.
I don't want to look at it.
They start
Colin
bobbing
DeLorean.
wheels.
Exactly. We were trying to throw cash out, and they're just like, whoa, like Neo in it, like the Matrix.
Exactly. Now get that out of here.
Yeah.
Colin DeLorean, a fitting name for the image that's on screen, with a $20 super chat. Oh my god, you are so generous, Colin. Thank you so much. Instant pre-order for the Back to the Future figures, but it makes sense for Japan to display the figures first. Japan has a huge Back to the Future following. See, that I didn't know. Universal Studios' Back to the Future ride closed in 2007. The Japan park had it until 2016. Oh, they
very
kept it
Wow.
around.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So maybe, because they are opening this store in Japan, maybe that is... Because Japan is one of their key markets. So they've got official distribution in Japan. They own actual physical stores in Japan. That's one of their key markets. Hong Kong and Japan and a couple of other places in Asia as well. So maybe they are doing these reissues or new versions of Back to the Future figures specifically to target the Japanese market, but it just so happens that the US market also likes Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So I think that could potentially be why we're suddenly, randomly, for no reason, seeing all of this Back to the Future love. There's no new films. There's no anniversary. Apparently, it came out on Blu-ray recently as some remastered version, but I don't think that quite gives it the figure treatment.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, by the way. I want them. I need them. But it's just curious as to the timing. Matt Sanders also says with a super chat, "Hey Justin, I just ordered the reissue of Marty and thinking about getting Doc to go with him. It's one of my fave trilogies. Now that they announced Hot Toys for the third movie, might be getting the whole set." Matt, you've already gone down that rabbit hole.
You've already done it.
I promise you, you will order that Doc. You have to. You can't just have Marty without Doc.
You kind of need both.
Come on.
You've done it.
Come on now.
Go
Ryan,
ahead.
have you seen Back to the Future, Ryan?
I was kind of hoping this question wouldn't.
Ryan,
Ryan, I'm gonna be there with you. So I've seen the first one. So
Ryan,
Come on, man. Come on.
Have you not seen any of them, Ryan?
No comment.
Watch-a-thon.
Oh,
Watch-a-thon. We got to have a
watch
watch-a-thon.
one.
Ryan's pleading the fifth on this one.
watch the first one, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. It's not one of those retro movies that don't quite hold up, that people just have this weird love for it for no reason. It actually genuinely is a good, entertaining movie.
Mm-hmm.
The second and the third ones aren't quite as good, in my opinion. The second one is better, and the third one's just a little bit too cheesy and goofy for me. But it's still, you'll probably want to see more of that universe and the characters after you've seen the first one. So it's just like Terminator, where Ryan hadn't seen Terminator, and now he's thankfully seen Terminator. So hopefully he'll watch Back to the Future. But yeah, go ahead and watch it. Jeddah Patrol is in the chat, by the way.
Yes.
Welcome to the chat, Jeddah, and Ken Carpenter. Hello, Ken. How are you doing? Of course, we are talking about Back to the Future, Ken's favorite franchise of all time. He is the biggest Back to the Future fan that I think I have ever met, ever. Wow. And he's telling Ryan to also go ahead and watch the film. Ryan's a sneaky little devil. He never mentioned that he hasn't seen the movie. Just sitting there all quiet like.
He's just like,
It's 8:30 in the morning for Ryan, hence why he's a little bit fresh. Ryan's a little bit fresh.
Had you not mentioned anything about this, he probably would have slid under the radar, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he was hoping.
Yeah.
He was hoping you did not.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there, Ryan, and support you. I've only seen the first one. I have not seen 2 and 3. So I loved the first one. It was really good. I watched it probably a couple years back, but I need to see 2 and 3. Yeah.
How can you be alive on the planet and not have seen Back to the Future 2 and 3?
I don't know, man. I've seen 1 though. I feel like that's the most important. I feel like as long as I've seen 1, I've done something right.
You need to watch the second and third for research purposes, I think, because we'll be talking more about Back to the Future. If they do a DeLorean, then that's all anyone's going to be talking about. So Will and Ryan, it's your homework. Sit down and you got to enjoy a good film.
I feel like I get a new film every live stream.
Okay, now there's something else I got to ask about. Did anyone see the Prime 1 War for Cybertron?
Yes.
I think I did, yeah.
Yes.
Now, I'm not the Transformers guy, but come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I think I'm gonna be the wild card on this one. I don't know that I love that design of Optimus enough to warrant such a big version of him. I think if they did, in fact, they have done Optimus Primal from Beast Wars. They have done him and Megatron. I am so tempted to get them because Beast Wars is my Transformers. I grew up in the 90s. We love that cheesy 90s animation. So, of course, that's my Optimus. So I'm tempted to get that one, but I mean, it's not to take away from the artistry. It looks bad. Shall I bring it up on screen? People probably want to see what the heck we are talking about.
I'm with you though, Justin. Like I enjoy Transformers, but I don't love any of them, so I wouldn't spend that much on a Transformer. But Prime 1 and 3A or 3.0, whatever they want to call themselves for Transformers, they kill those Transformers figures.
Yeah,
whatever they call
themselves. How much
is
17,000 Hong Kong dollars in English, US dollars? What's the?
You can check if you're on Toys Wonderland. There's a button to click that you can change to USD.
It's like $2,200, Rob, essentially. Yeah.
By the way, Rob, if you are on Toys Wonderland and you're worried about the pricing, you can change to USD. It's on the top right of the screen. You can click HKD and change to USD.
There you go.
Here is the bad boy, the Ultimate aka Ultimate version. It is Optimus Prime from the Netflix series. So this, I'm not sure if
Prime.
Have any of y'all seen the Netflix show?
Yes, I have. Sure have.
I've not.
And
No.
this is Prime. This is
Lael,
Prime.
did you
bro.
like the
Lael, you
Netflix
getting this?
show?
See, the thing is, look, I'm a Transformer fan, definitely. You know, seeing him, and look at that, Shockwave at the that is incredible,
That
bro.
is an iconic Prime pose right there.
That
That's when
is
he
a straight up
jumps up,
iconic
the
Prime
86
pose.
movie, he jumps up, he makes this pose.
Yes.
Badass.
Yes. And mind you, they are actually releasing the Transformers the movie, the 80s version, in theaters. I think it's this Sunday or the following Sunday. So it's going to be back in certain theaters. But yes, this piece, I mean, Rob, you have to be with me on this one, bro. Nostalgia?
I mean, well, see, I don't have nostalgia for the Transformers because I'm a little too old, to be honest. And I love I love Japanese toys and I love Japanese sci-fi. And when these came out, some of the first we've talked about, some of the first Transformers toys were like repacked Robotech toys.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
were.
I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And I was angry about that because I love Macross and I loved.
How dare you,
Robotech.
Takara Tomy? How dare you?
You know, I love my Shogun Warriors, but I mean, these are the toys that you've been showing, and then Az has been showing. They've been killing these Transformers.
Shall I get?
figures.
He's up right here. Hold on, let me grab him. This is the Prime that it's based off. This is the 3.0 version of him, full die-cast beauty.
Nice.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
that figure is
full screen
incredible.
Myself.
Incredible.
He's absolutely glorious.
Wow.
If you want a definitive, because this isn't 1/6 scale, obviously, but bringing in a 1/6 scale dude, it's similar height. So if you want something that's not going to necessarily disrupt your display case and be a similar height to your 1/6 scale figures, this can work for that. So maybe if you don't have the space or the budgeting for this Prime 1 version, this could be a good option for you. But if you love this specific design for Optimus, which it's very classic, so I can understand why, then the Prime 1 is absolutely, unequivocally the ultimate version of Prime, in my opinion. Well, literally, on the screen, ultimate version. It says it right there. Come on now.
Heyo.
And you've got Shockwave. My favorite Transformer is Shockwave, and he's there on the base. He looks badass. His eye lights up. His little laser things light up. The only thing that I'm not sure about is Prime's leaning back pose. I think I would have preferred if he was more straight up and down, but the leaning back, I don't know how that's going to look for when he's on a shelf and you stand back and you look at him and he's sort of on an angle like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you all think?
Yeah, I think it'll probably be fine, but I don't know as much about the character as you guys do. So, for me, I don't think it would be a huge deal.
I mean,
Fair enough.
It's a fight pose, fight scene. Yeah,
I'm proud that the lights, I mean, the eyes light up. I
Yes.
like that feature. It looks like, you know, pretty much the blast effects with Shockwave light up a tad bit. So, yeah, I mean,
wish that Prime 1 would do plug-in light-ups, because they have light-up features on statues. I've got the Justice League Wonder Woman up there. I tried the light-up yesterday, but I think my batteries were bad, and it didn't work, unless the wiring is bad in Wonder Woman. I don't know. But you have to literally take her torso off and reach underneath and turn the lights on every time you would like to, because she's doing the pose like that.
Yeah.
And to turn the lights on in the things. So hopefully this guy is more accessible. I don't know if they have done plug-in light up. Will, you might know, because you're more of a Prime 1 fan than I am.
right.
Do they do plug-in versions of their statues for light up, or is it just batteries usually?
I'm pretty sure they do, but none of mine light up. So
Okay.
I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure they do. And I don't think any of the ones I have on order light up. So I'm not sure it's like a super common thing, but they have done light up for sure. And I'm pretty sure they have done like sort of like an adapter, like a plug-in type situation. But I don't know for sure, to be honest, because with mine, I don't have it on any of them. So I don't know. It's a good question, but I think they have.
Well, we'll find out today because my Prime 1 Shazam is arriving today, who's the headline image on the thumbnail.
Nice.
And he does light up. His chest and his gauntlets light up.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it's a plug-in because I just want to have him lit up pretty much all of the time. As soon as I walk in here, I want the lights to be on. So we'll talk more about him a little bit later. Don't worry, we'll talk about him. But I also quickly want to talk about a few super stickers that have been sent in. S-Beam has sent in a little avocado that says fist bump. Fist bump back to you, S.Beam. Thank you for your little avocado, friend. What else? I think I missed one. Oh, no, I think we are all caught up, actually. But let us know what you'll think of... Actually, John Brooks sent in a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, John Brooks. Let me know what you think of this Prime 1 Prime. Just realized that. Makes sense that they're doing an Optimus Prime. Being Prime 1 after... I'm so sorry, everyone. Pun definitely intended. A couple of people are saying B or a Hot Rod or a Wheeljack. He's my favorite Autobot is Wheeljack. I would love to get a statue of him. I don't think they would probably go that deep into the line. I would imagine it would be Optimus and Megatron, probably. I think that would be it. And I think that would be more than justifiable, just those two as the headliner characters, I reckon. So out of all of us here, do any of y'all have Transformers stuff, or is it just me?
I don't. I've always, we talked about that Megatron though. I thought about that.
Yeah, we did.
The 3A.
It's just
But no.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Maybe y'all should
Lael
get
has
Prime
something?
1 Optimus.
No,
Lael,
I have.
What do you got?
Well, see, the thing is, like I said, I'm an OG fanboy, so I actually have all the Gen 1 Transformers. I still have Prime, Wheeljack, Soundscream. I have all the Dinobots, Bumblebee. Yeah, I pretty much have them all. I've had them for a while, so, but as far as statues are concerned, I haven't gotten one yet. And that's why, like, this looks brilliant.
There's a company that makes the Super G1 cartoon accurate versions, and if I was going to get a statue, I'd probably go for that. I think it's PCS. I think.
Okay.
I think it is. Let me see if I can find their products. Because I've seen some reviews about them. 1 second while I see if I can find it. I don't know much about this company, but they do some pretty good work. Let me search Optimus and see what comes up on their website. Yes, they have a G1. Let me see if I can get him here. They call it the museum scale. I'm not exactly sure how big museum scale is, but he is glorious. This, I think, if I was going to get a G1 Optimus Prime statue, I would get this one. Maybe
That's
too
pretty
boring
cool.
for
I
some.
mean, that's right out of the animation too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
that's pretty
nice.
cool.
It's got the
That's
cell
decent.
shading. Beautiful.
That's decent.
Beautiful. 28 inches high. Okay, so he's around the same size as a shorter 1/3 scale from Prime 1, roughly. They're
good
usually
size.
25 to 30, so I think this is a good size, I think.
I actually like this one better.
This
Like-
is straight Gen 1.
It's simple, but I kind of like it. Like, I like the animated look for it. It looks kind of cool. Like, it grabs my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's straight
And
Gen
they
1.
have a whole line of these, by the way, not just Optimus. They've got a Grimlock,
Yeah.
I think, a Starscream, a Megatron, and a
Starscream, yeah.
Shockwave.
Like, the Prime one is, like, I feel like a better artistic piece. Like, it's more detailed.
Agreed.
Like, it's exciting. But this just, I don't know. This just looks really cool. It grabs my... And I like the pose. So...
Yeah, me too.
I like it.
So if I was to ever get a Transformer statue, I would get this boy right here. Iron Logan says, check out the XM Studios Starscream. I don't even know who XM Studios are, so let's take a look.
Oh, they make good stuff.
XM Studios.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
They're making a Revan.
Okay.
That I know
this is
Lael
just
and I are getting.
this is just a learning stream for me. I'm literally learning about new statues and companies as we go. Their website is horrible. XM Studios.
Always reviewing.
Starscream. Of course. It's like it was made. It's like it was made when Hot Toys website was made back in the ancient times. Horrible.
Before the Empire.
Yep.
Yes. Before, we'll call them the First Order actually, because they're not as good as the Empire.
I don't know, but that
Hey.
XM Studio Cal
Wow.
Rayner that they actually dropped is beautiful.
Well, I've got no experience with this company, so I didn't know what to expect, but this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my Starscream per se. I would still like the full animated look. Marco asks, what about the Transformers Masterpiece figures? Do you own any of them? Yes, I own the full line of the G1 Masterpiece figures. Here is my latest acquisition, Starscream. This is my Starscream. This classic, blocky G1 goodness. This is probably the way I would go if I was going to get a statue, but there's no denying the artistry here is incredible. There's a ton of detail here. It's a very modern design for him. I like the base as well. Is that a hand?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I honestly like this a lot.
I also
know
like the
nothing
fact
about
that
the
it
character.
comes with a mini version of the alt mode. So you also get the jet. It's not an F-15 like it should be, I don't think, but it's still a nice thing because the number one comment when I review the 3-0 Transformers, the number one comment, but it doesn't transform though. Yes, my Hot Toy Superman also cannot fly. So some things can't do all things. This statue also doesn't transform. Does that mean
No.
it's not worthwhile? No, load of rubbish. So hopefully them including the alt mode is more than enough in a separate little piece. More than enough for people who say that. But that is the most frustrating thing. Also, please, everyone who's watching, if y'all want to tell your friends and tell people, I've gotten a huge influx of comments recently that are saying, "Oh my god, Toys Wonderland is so expensive. Their prices at like $10,000. Why is everything so expensive?" There's 3 letters before the price. HKD. Hong Kong dollars. You can change it to US dollars on the website yourself, and then you don't ever have to have that issue. But no, Hot Toys are not charging $10,000. Toys Wonderland are not charging 10,000 US dollars for a Hot Toys item. It's the price in Hong Kong. It literally says HKD there. All you need to do is just look at it. Just look at it. And it says it. HKD. Please, I've had hundreds and hundreds, because I answer all my comments. So I've had hundreds of comments that I've had to answer and be like, no, it's just the currency. Make sure you change the currency. It's a little bit frustrating. So please,
Cut it out.
check the currency. Please. There are more currencies than just USD. We use AUD here. In Britain, they use GBP, Great British Pounds. Just
Euros,
please.
yeah.
Come on now. Lane Kramer says with a super chat, "Hey Justin, will you or any of the panel members ever collect or pose up Storm collectibles figures like Golden Axe, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter? I got 3. What do you all think, gents?"
No.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know
Although
anything about them, so.
I have a Street Fighter thing downstairs that was sent to me by accident from Toys Wonderland. It was accidentally packed in with my order, so they're arranging for it to be collected. And I was like, "What the hell is this?" It's evil Ryu from Street Fighter, I believe. It's an evil version of this guy called Ryu.
Right,
So
yeah.
I've never played Street Fighter. It's before my time. We didn't have arcades. We didn't hang out at the arcade and, put the coin on top that'll let you know, hey, I got next. We didn't do any of that because we were in the 90s. We had our freaking,
That's interesting
little
because I did,
PlayStation
Justin. I
1s.
had it. And I'm like 4 years older than you.
It's a US thing, I think.
Oh, probably is a US thing, yeah. We had them
Yeah,
when I was
here
younger,
in-
for sure.
Here in AU, we weren't really doing that. We were running around in the bush, chasing our kangaroos as people imagine us doing.
Is that how Australia really is?
No.
Come on, dude. Weren't you listening to like In Excess and Midnight Oil and
Come on.
Playing some Mortal Kombat.
No. Not
Like
really.
that scene from The Hobbit where they're fighting all the giant spiders, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what
That-
Australia's
actually,
like, yeah.
Just clear your minds and imagine that. That is me every day. Literally every day.
So
was
you do
telling
like
Steph 'cause-
medieval stuff. You live it.
Yeah, we live. That's why I don't
Okay,
like it.
okay.
I was telling
Huntsman
Steph the other
spiders,
day, 'cause
baby. Huntsman spiders.
Oh my
Huntsmans
god.
are the worst.
Oh
Steph
my
was like, "Oh, we need to
God.
get the Christmas tree out of the storage unit," and I'm just like, "Oh," because we've got a fake Christmas tree. We usually get real ones, but she wants to get the fake one out. I was like, "Oh, you want to get the Christmas tree out of the storage?
Just
you know what's going to be living up in there. You know what's going to be in that box."
That sounds awful. Since we're talking, sorry.
That's the
Go
one
ahead,
thing
man.
I do not miss about Australia is huntsman spiders, man. I swear to God, one bout with that, and I was like, yeah, I'm never coming back.
Sorry, Justin, I'm not visiting.
And they can fly.
They are pretty bad.
Jump and they spin. They put their spinners out and they float through the air down on their.
They fly at you.
What?
You can get them. You can. There's ways to get them. Don't worry. If you all come down, I'll teach you the ways. The self-defense.
Justin, now that we're talking about Australian stereotypes, what is Vegemite?
Yeah.
I always hear like what the fuck is Vegemite?
You never heard of Vegemite, bro?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
To try it, I forced Ryan to try it.
It's better on toast.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's quite good. It depends if you like sweet or savory things. I'm more of a savory dude, so it's just like really salty. I guess if that's the best way to describe it. It's like a paste.
Yeah, it's like the second coming to like. So if you see it, you would probably think it was apple butter. It's not.
It's not apple butter is.
You don't know what apple butter is? It's
No.
it's like a spread, so you would actually spread it on like toast.
But it
and
looks
stuff like
it
that.
looks just that's a good description. It looks like it's made out of apple and butter.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can
looks
buy
like
it
apple
in
butter.
the US.
It
You
does
can buy
not
it in the
taste
US.
like
Oh, so it is
However.
okay. Because I've never seen. I've always heard it's like an Australian thing, and like
Yeah,
Australia.
go
I
and
think of
buy-
kangaroos and Vegemite. That's what I think of.
Go and buy a little tube. Don't buy a whole pot because you probably won't like it at first.
nah.
You'll like it eventually.
Get the spread.
But
All right,
yeah, it's
well, we'll see.
it's great on toast. I guess we kind of put it on everything. We've got these little biscuit things. They're called saladas. I like to put it on that. So there's been a weird ad going around recently by Vegemite that they're in the ad they're like squeezing it in pasta and stuff. I don't advocate doing that. That's a bit weird. Just like use it as a spread. Don't put it. I don't think it's good as an ingredient, but as a spread, it's good. Otherwise, your pasta will turn this really weird dark color, and I don't think you want your pasta to be like.
No.
Yeah, it would look very unappealing.
Ryan's like, no, I'm out. I'm out.
Don't do that.
no.
Don't do that.
The ad is a bit misleading. I wouldn't suggest doing that. So maybe just keep it as a spread. So we'll maybe go and find some Vegemite. I did go to America on the weekend. I went to Costco, and that was excellent. We bought massive amounts of stuff in bulk. We got this huge pack of bacon. So I was like, oh yeah,
Wait, how did you get to
American-style
America,
bacon.
Justin? I thought you were in lockdown.
Yeah, you fly to America.
No,
or what?
Costco is totally fine to go to. Apparently, there were hundreds of people there. There was.
But that makes sense. You're in lockdown, but you can go to Costco.
They're like it's in
Exactly.
like the bill. It's like you're allowed to go to Costco. The one permissible
Costco,
thing in the
that's
bill.
allowed.
Costco, you're
I don't
good.
know if you all have. I don't know if you all have updated to iOS 15, but there is an app that tells you if you are social distancing far away enough from a person. If you point your phone at it.
I didn't know that. No. I should
Yeah,
pick that up.
Steph went on her phone yesterday. She's like, "What the hell is this magnifier app?" And there's a little one that has a person and a line and then another person. If you click that, it says like aim at a person. You aim and it's like 2.1 meters away, social distancing. And we're like, what the?
I thought you were gonna say the app tells you the nearest Costco.
Scary.
I was like, that's
No.
gonna be-
The reason I bring that up is because there was no social distancing going on at Costco because everyone was buying everything. They had specials on these life-size teddy bears, and Steph really wanted one, but I declined because it was literally the size of a human, and I don't know where the heck we would put that. So we didn't get that. But we did get a huge pack of American bacon because Australian bacon sucks. It's real bad. There's pretty much no fat in it. It's just like ham, just horrible. So we bought all this American bacon. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, our bacon's elite.
But yes.
I got Cyclops.
Oh, did you open
That's better
him?
than Vegemite, right?
Yeah, I did.
That is
Oh,
better
yeah,
than Vegemite.
sure.
And
I love him.
it's good, right?
Yeah, I mean, here.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Yeah, man. I love this figure.
And you
Cool,
kept the
nice
leather
little
jacket
frame.
on. Good, good.
Hell
good.
yeah, it's got to go 90s, son.
Yes, you do.
That's
Look at
cool.
that.
Although I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna opt for the pose. I'm gonna lose the finger. He's like, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got him with the. I've got him with the 2 fists doing the blast because he doesn't have to touch his visor to do it.
I'm going to do that.
It's hard. I mean, because it's single jointed, you can't get the finger on the visor good the way you want it. It sucks.
No, he's double jointed, Lael.
Mine, it doesn't reach. It
Mine
does
doesn't
not
reach
reach
either.
It does not reach at all. It's I don't know what it is.
Maybe they did a second version where, like they did with Mythos Obi-Wan, where they got rid of the double jointed elbows.
That's stupid.
Because in my review, you can see that I have the hand on the visor, no problem.
It's like, I'll give you an example. Hold on.
Wait. Hold on. I've only got the astonishing one here, so I'll get the astonishing one. 1 second.
But I like this figure. I like the fact that the suit is tight, on the chest and everything.
All right. Let's have a look. So I've got the astonishing one here. This one was limited to 350, I believe.
So this is the astonishing one I have. So this is basically the closest I was able to get the finger. Like I couldn't get it.
Let me try.
Any further.
I like that pose, by the way.
I like that pose
let
too.
me go full screen on you.
Yeah, that's a great
Beautiful.
pose.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Look at that pose.
Yeah, so basically, like, this was the only way. It's the furthest I can actually get his finger to his head, but, it works. But, yeah, the joints are really,
that's close enough to get the idea, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
I wish you guys got better bases, but...
No problem.
Yours does?
Yeah, mine's double jointed, no problem. Here we go. Let me full screen myself. So there's 1 joint and then 2 joints and then boom, no problem, all the way up. He's got the butterfly joint, so you can bring it even closer.
Really?
Yeah, boom, boom. He's literally touching his head right there.
Well, mine does, but I had to force it up, put it that way, and it must have been stiff. I had to kind of force it a bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
You set that one up for Rob. Yeah, that was just.
I did. My bad.
That
my
was
bad.
You got to leave the jacket on, though, man. Even though the jacket's a little short.
Well, I've got the Wolverine right next to him, so I was like, I kind of want them in their classic uniforms together. So I ditched the jacket because I wanted them just in their classic 90s goodness. Because I also grew up watching the animated series, so, got to represent. Me too. Yeah. I was watching it again recently on Disney+.
This might have been a reissue version of this because they were out of this figure.
I think that's exactly what they've done, and they stopped making the double-jointed elbows version.
Because I was surprised. I thought it was sold out and that I lost it. And then they showed up again.
No. All right, well, we've missed a few super chats in the time being. Peter Pacheco has a very interesting question. Very interesting. On licensing, is it character-based or franchise-based, i.e. Spider-Man, since he's MCU, and Sony? Good question. Who owns the final say for figure rights? Sony owns merchandising rights for... No, actually, I think Marvel still owns merchandising rights for Spider-Man. And Sony just owns the film rights. I don't know if that's still the case, but I'm pretty sure that is the deal that they struck. Because at Marvel Legends, for instance, they made Spider-Man products, and various other toy companies made Spider-Man products. And I'm pretty sure that it was Marvel branded. I don't remember. But anyway, it's usually based on the studio. So if you go to Warner Brothers and you get a licensing deal for Warner Brothers, then you can usually make figures based off of the Warner Brothers library. So DC and whatever the heck else they're doing, you should be able to do that. But I'm pretty sure you can also go for specific licenses for specific films. I don't think it's character-based. So I don't think you can just say, I just want to license Ben Affleck as Batman. You have to do it per film or per studio, I'm pretty sure. Although I'm no expert. We'll have to ask Jazz Inc. next time, Yost, time he is on. Because he is an expert. He will know. So I apologize for not knowing Peter Pacheco, but it still is a very, very, very interesting question. Luis Libet says, yo, yo, yo all, just dropping by to say hello to one of the best collectors crews on the interwebs. Much love to y'all. Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Lewis.
Sharing the love. Thank you. We
Lewis
all
is so
appreciate
nice.
you. Thank you. And so y'all are all so nice. Christian Mayer with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Hey everyone, what are your thoughts on the Queen Studios Civil War Spider-Man? Have had him on pre-order for a while. Can't wait. I think it's badass. Will and I spoke about it last podcast. Have you all seen the Queen Studios Spidey, or shall I bring it up?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know if anyone else saw it.
Is that the bust?
No, it's
it's a
yeah.
statue.
They do make a bust, Rob, but this is a Civil War statue. It's really fairly priced too. Like,
What a
Lael,
scale.
do you have it on order? I can't remember.
Me?
Oh,
No.
they've
I
got
didn't
a
order
new
it.
Spider-Man Tom Holland bust. Have you seen
Yeah, the
that?
Iron Studios.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Iron
or sorry, not
Studio.
Iron Studios. The
Iron Spider.
Iron Spider. Yeah,
It's
sorry.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's really
it's
good.
fantastic.
This
It
Civil
is
War is
beautiful.
pretty good too. It's not quite that level of likeness, but the pose is really good.
The pose is fantastic. Let me see if I
It's
can
some
bring it
Civil
up. Their
War,
website's
Rob.
a bit janky.
Yeah. Is this
I have to
rooted
scroll
hair?
through manually.
God, this looks incredible.
It is incredible. That Spidey, that Tom Holland Spidey. If I was a bigger fan of Spidey, if I was going to get a 1-to-1 bust, in fact, I am considering getting a life-size bust, but it's going to be if I do, it's going to be the tactical Batsuit Ben Affleck life-size bust, because one is available in my country right now, and Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. This is the statue we're talking about. It's quarter scale.
That's gorgeous.
So, it's the same size as the Hot Toys quarter scale Spidey, except it's in a really dynamic pose with the shield. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool.
There's two versions, I'm pretty sure. There we go. This one has a Tom Holland head sculpt. Their website is a bit janky, so we have to zoom in manually. It's a pretty good likeness, I think. It's not perfect. I do think the Hot Toys likeness is better. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that. But it's still a pretty darn good head sculpt. Is it silicon? Do we know?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
But it looks great.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
Looks really good.
So maybe one day I'll start picking up quarter scale statues, but for now I'm still sticking with 1/3. That is my scale. We'll do. Here we go. Big Collector sends in a super chat. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the Hot Toys Carnage? Well, unfortunately, Big Collector, they haven't shown anything except a tease. My thoughts, and I'll then hand over to the gents, is yeah, I'm super excited that they've teased one, but they also teased Shazam, and they also teased Loki, and they also teased Yellow Jacket, and Ultron Sentry, and Crossbones. See where I'm going with that? I think Carnage stands a better chance of being made than the other figures that they've teased. But Ryan, I know you are super excited for Carnage.
I hope this one does not go into the secret vault of unfinished products.
Secret vault at Secret Base.
I hate
Howard
when that
Secret
happens.
Vault.
If they do, I am definitely gonna pick it up.
Here we go. Let me bring up the picture of him.
If
so
they
we can
don't,
talk
Ryan, you'll
about it.
just raid it and take it anyway. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Ryan's small
He'll
enough
sneak in
that
very
he can climb
stealthy.
through the vents. Yeah, he can go through the vents, and then he can get to it. So here he is. Some things to note. We've got visible joints for the elbows, but the design is so messy, as you can see, that it's very well hidden. Like messy in a good way, not in a bad way. I don't mean to say in a bad way. There's just so much going on. There's veins and skin texture and musculature. It's quite hidden. So I wouldn't have noticed, like especially here where it's bent. I don't think that it's overly noticeable. Yes, you can still see it. I know Will would probably prefer this not to be the case because he likes full-on seamless everything. He wants it fully seamless. But it's... Will, what do you think?
Yeah, it's really not that noticeable. So this might be the exception to the rule, Justin, but it's hard to tell just from this one shot because you can't really see it up close. But you're right, the Carnage body is extremely messy and gritty looking, and I just feel like it works pretty well. I'm wondering why. I guess Carnage is thinner than Venom, so they didn't just use the same body.
That would exactly be why.
Yeah, because I think, and we'll see when we see the film, but I do think it looks really cool. I think this gets made. I think there's no chance this doesn't get made.
100%.
For them to invest in this new body and build this, they're going to make this figure. And Carnage is going to be very popular. I think the film's going to do pretty well at the box office. So I think this gets made. I think it looks fantastic. I'm super excited. I want to see more, but I'm almost certainly going to get this. This looks incredible. Even if I don't love the film, Carnage is just amazing.
It's unique enough to warrant being on your shelf, even if the film's not great, which I think it will be great. But
Good
we'll
reviews
have
so
to wait
far.
and see. Bat Bro says Carnage body is more exposed muscles, while Venom is more gooey. Yes, I can see that. This guy's more. You can see like it kind of looks like when you see in horror movies where they peel the flesh off someone. You got all the tendons and meat underneath. It kind of looks like that. All kinds of gross and nasty. But that's perfect for Carnage. Unfortunately, I hate to be a wet blanket on the situation. Unfortunately, Venom has been pushed in Australia to November 25th.
Wow.
Oh,
So does that mean we can now, instead of Shang-Chi, we can all talk about how we've seen Venom on the 1st of October?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Actually, some people
no.
have already seen Venom. Oh, yes, Ryan.
because over here it's October 13, I think.
Hey.
Oh wow.
Well, at least.
So you gotta give me 2 weeks.
Yeah, at least you'll get to see it like 2 months almost before me. We could see it at the end of November, so all of October and then almost all of November. That's if our cinemas are open. So, it's not a great time to be an Australian film fan, let's just say. Hopefully they sort it out and we'll be able to see it. But I don't know exactly why they pushed the release date specifically for here if our drive-in and normal cinemas will be open at like almost a full month before that date. There is no real reason for them to do that. But anyway, it is what it is. Back to Venom. Back to Carnage. Ryan, you want it, obviously. You're hoping it happens. Will also is a yes. Rob, what do you think?
I'm gonna get it.
Just based on this one image.
I would get it.
Ooh. Do you have Venom?
No, but I'm going to get Venom.
Okay.
Because now that I want them
being
fighting on the shelf.
Incessantly cold during a live stream. Ooh, that'd be. And because this is fully jointed, you cannot have to worry about any creasing in the elbows. That to me is a win, because I understand the seamless look. It's great, but when you can do it like this and it's pretty much invisible, like, and you can still see it obviously, but when it's bent, like this arm right here, you can pretty much not see it. It's very hidden, very well hidden. I think if you can make it look as hidden as this, go for it. Do the joints, But
if you can hide it, I'm with you.
Venom also works.
Yeah.
Lael, what do you think? Carnage? I know you're a comic book fan, but I don't know if you're a Carnage fan.
Definite. I'm a Carnage Venom fan. Cool. Definitely. This is a definite. If and here's hoping that they release. I mean, they will. But the thing is, we did also think by now they would have actually released Loki and Sylvie. And we haven't gotten them yet, and that was really, really, really strange. So, yeah, this is a no-brainer. Like I said, if you have Venom on order, if you have Venom coming, if you already have them and you want to get this, because I'm thinking
looking at
possibly,
you, Will.
Probably they.
Oh, Ryan.
I'm thinking that they probably, one of the reasons why they pushed Venom, so quick and it dropped as quickly as it did, probably is because they were getting ready for something like this, or they wanted to focus the attention on this, as it was something that might be coming, next year, of course. But, again, once they release it, it's definitely a no-brainer for me. Because you can even see, like, if you look up, you can actually see the tongue, his mouth slightly open. Man, it's incredible. So they might be farther ahead than what we think.
Let me ask you all a philosophical question. Why do you think that any other company would have product on the shelves, like toy companies, American toy companies, have their products out on the shelves usually in advance of the release of movies?
Right.
Why is it that Hot Toys is a 1.5 to 2 year wait time? Like, why don't they have these
tell you. I know the answer to this question. So Howard Chan and JC Hong did an interview, one of the only interviews where they actually answered questions about their business model and why they do what they do. And they specifically said, we only make as many as are ordered because we don't want anything to ever sit on the shelves and end up in the discount bin. So that's why Marty McFly, for instance, that they just made, they only made 600 of them, which means they made them in advance, which means for pre-order and then release, it was only like 3 weeks insanely quick. We know they can do it, but they are so annoyingly cautious that they want to save every cent that they can to not accidentally make too many of a thing, that they would rather you wait 2 years. And they know that you'll do it too. So they are basically making you wait so that they can only make as many as needs to be produced and not a single one more. So however many Sideshow order from them, however many the collectors order in Hong Kong, then that's it.
That was what I was about to say. They leave that to Sideshow.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Sideshow just deal with the warehouse. Yeah.
Sideshow, you could deal with that. Exactly. Don't
Take all the
worry
Neon
about it.
Tech Iron Man. Just have them sitting in your warehouse. Throw them on Spooktacular.
But it's,
Like, Justin-
it's really annoying, to be honest,
Yeah.
because the one thing, we can all agree on this, as soon as we come out of a film like Venom 2, imagine if there was a Carnage available then and there, ready to go, in stock, shipped the same day. They would sell way more, I think, because they can cash in on the hype. Yes, they are cashing in with the pre-order being available, but nothing beats being able to have it that same week. Because people go 1, 2, 3 times to see comic book movies. They're building up their own hype. They want product. And if it's not available, then maybe they'll be like, oh, I'll pre-order it sometime. Like Will. Maybe I'll pre-order it sometime down the line if the second movie is good, or the third movie is good, or the 10th movie is good. They'll just wait it out. So it's annoying. Their business model makes no sense to me. Hopefully, one day they decide to not do it like that. But I don't know if that. Hopefully, that answers your question, Rob. It's annoying, but it's
Justin,
I would seem that it would seem to me that obviously there's already a built-in collector's base, Hot Toys collector's base, and it is getting to the point where some of these things are so far out in the future, and then we just keep. It seems like they keep falling further and further behind, and we're waiting for more and more things.
They are so behind. For this year
Endgame,
alone, I think they said there were like 50 plus figures that are supposed to already either be released or releasing this year. I mean, we've got Arkham figures still. Arkham, Batgirl, and Harley Quinn.
And Harley Quinn, still waiting.
Why do you think
figures?
I mean, is it like with Blu-rays? There's only so many manufacturing. There's only one in around North America. It's actually in Mexico. That's why they always delay Blu-rays these days. If you want to buy movies, well, what's the holdup?
I asked a person in Hong Kong who is familiar with the situation what the hell is going on, and he said that the factories are either producing less or there are issues, and that's why they are getting less. So, for instance, the first batch of Iron Patriot was so few that Toys Wonderland actually ran out, and then they were having to offer, like what happened to Will with the infamous Space Wizard. They ran out, and with Will, he just got refunded. Toys Wonderland luckily are offering you can keep your order and we'll ship you one in 2 weeks, but we'll give you 30% of the purchase price back.
Wow.
So they're not saying we'll just refund you, go on your way, find it somewhere else. They're saying no, we're still going to get you one, but we'll give you 30% back. I thought that was a pretty good service.
Okay, well then hang on a second. Like I have a partially order that has Space Wizard and the Throne of Asgard. I ordered those together. It's paid off. I mean, I don't know when I'll get a shipping notice, but does that mean that my Space Wizard, I'm gonna have to wait for another batch?
No, that was Giant Toy that had the issue, not Toys Wonderland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They did. They did that to me and Will. Like they
did it.
Overreached with their stock, and then they kind of let us know that they didn't have it in stock, and refunded the money.
Yeah, Justin,
they screwed it up.
That Space Wizard figure's great.
It's amazing. I got it. I mean, we got it. I ended up getting it through Toys Wonderland.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it
because a wrist peg broke.
No, see, Rob, here was my thing with it. Like, I got it. The suit, Justin, the suit was ripped. The suit was ripped. So for one. And also the wrist peg was broken, and getting the wrist peg back in after it's broken is almost impossible.
Yeah,
like it's like the suit is so tight, and this wrist peg is not like a typical Hot Toys wrist peg. It has like a little circle around, and you like clip it back on, kind of. It's like it's weird, and the suit was ripped. The head sculpt looked good on the Infamous on the Ebony Maw, but the suit felt very cheap to me. Like I'm willing to accept that with some third-party figures, but for that one, like it just. Like, I've had some really good third-party experiences. Like I told Justin, the Last of Us figures, I love them. Justin said they're hard to mess up, but they're great. Like but I love Last of Us, so I might be a little more willing to overlook a few flaws here and there. Ebony Maw I love, but yeah, maybe.
We've spoken about this. Will just broke the belt buckle on the Jaime Lannister, and he can't put the cape on. Imagine if that was a third-party Jaime Lannister. Will would be throwing that thing
No, because the cape I can get on. It's just you got to be really careful with it, and like it's well, the belt buckle thing that was my fault. Like the wrist peg being broken, that's just third party. I mean, like so there's a difference there. So, but I was going to ask, Rob's question really got me interested, like about why Hot Toys take so long. Is the answer just as simple as these figures are harder to produce? Like, obviously, than a Marvel Legends.
No. It's they're not that difficult to produce. It's the same, like you just said, Marvel Legends. It's the same as that. It's a factory. You pump the plastic into the molds. You have a painting process. You apply that painting process. The material is cut and then fabricated based on patterns that are existing. So yeah, cut and sew. I'm so sorry. The
making all those portraits.
Yeah, they are painted. Some of them are printed now rather than being painted by hand. I don't know if Hot Toys are still. I think they are still painting by hand, but some companies print the detail of the face on the surface, and for a lot of armor pieces and battle damage, Hot Toys is printing that now too with Tambos. So they're just printing it on the surface rather than having to paint it, which means it speeds up the process even more. The issue is yield size. So unfortunately, the factories, I'm pretty sure, are relatively small because Hot Toys only works with a few select factories. They subcontract out to these factories that only produce for Hot Toys, but they're relatively small. They're in China. And the stuff gets made in those factories and then driven over the border. But they also sit on massive amounts of figures because if they make 100, say, and their 5,000 have been ordered, they have to make sure that they have enough in that first batch to satisfy everyone who ordered within that certain first batch window. So say, for instance, that first day you have, I don't know, 2,000 people, that crazy number, but say 2,000 people come out and pre-order that figure in person in Hong Kong, then they have to make sure that they have 2,000 ready to go. And those 2,000 have to be made along with 2,300 other figures for that same year. So it's just them getting more and more and more and more and more behind because they are making more and more and more and more stuff. So that is why, essentially. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know if you have any more insight than I do on this. What do you have? Do you have?
Nope. All I do is I live here. I don't.
I just live here.
All I do, I just live here. Don't ask me anything.
I don't know anything.
I don't know, but you know what? Even like companies like Soso is starting to get the same because like we're still waiting on certain figures from them that was supposed to be released like a couple months ago. Like we still haven't gotten Nightwing. We still haven't gotten,
we need
the
that
Superboy.
While Titans is on. Come on.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah.
We still haven't gotten Superboy. Like we still there's certain ones that we still haven't gotten yet, and it's like, okay, we're just waiting for an update to find out what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Soso have always been pretty lax on their release schedule. They've always been late. This is quite late for them. I don't know what the hell's going on. I might message Soso and ask what the hell is going on.
Because did you get the notification about the Ronin that's actually supposed to be released from
Toy Zero?
Toy Zero, yeah. It's actually, the notification was for some like it should be released the 15th of October. So that's coming soon.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to get him. That Ronin needs to be in the collection. It's going to be exceptional. Will, you have been blamed by Nathan for his money spending.
You know what this was about? You know what this was about? This is about Last of Us figures, CC Toys.
Okay.
I convinced him to get the clicker. I convinced him to get Joel and Ellie. So
you convinced him to get Ellie. We don't even know if she's going to be good yet.
She's going to be good because they made the first version and she was fantastic. So this version, for a third party, she's pretty good. So but if she we
need to get Will off that third party hate train. Come on.
The Last of Us figures I love, especially just because I have a connection to The Last of Us.
Studios was third party until maybe 2 years ago. They were called Queen Studio. and they added the S on when they became official. So
It's kind of like being Sean and then Shang-Chi. So which other people in the chat know exactly what I'm talking about, but Justin might not. So
I don't.
Well, you'll see. You'll find out. But I will say, I do
Maybe.
like third party. It
Maybe,
it just depends on the figure. Some of them are good, and some of them are not good. So, but like anything.
Yeah. Okay. Some official products are bad too. Star Race, looking at you.
Damn. You had to throw that shot out there.
Oh yeah, of course. TLC965 says, were Hot Toys figures this far behind before the pandemic? No. Last year they did okay. That was when the pandemic, I think, was hitting the worst. They did pretty good last year. 2019 was a fantastic year. They were on point with their releases, 1, 2, 3 figures a week sometimes. They were just pumping them out. They were getting them out there. I think now they've slowed down. I don't know if it's necessarily because of the pandemic. They have had some issues with some head sculpts and whatnot. Not because there were factory issues, just because people didn't like them, specifically with Tony. So I think they are maybe slowing down just to make sure that everything is up to par. Mark 85 Battle Damage, I'm pretty sure, has been delayed not because of us, but because of the collectors at the China Joy convention who let them know in person, hey, this is not what we want. This is not what we paid for. This is not what we pre-ordered. A lot of people think that it was because of the Facebook comments, etc., but I promise you it wasn't. It was because of the actual feedback from paying customers in person. That's why they're making the changes. So we'll have to wait and see, but that would potentially mean new sculpt for Battle Damage.
Yeah, what were the issues for the Battle Damage Mark 85?
Let me see if I can...
I think it was mostly the armor, Rob, the battle damage. People were really upset about the battle damage. It looked like not as good as they were thinking.
Soft.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see if I can find...
But did you guys see the new pictures circulating of the final product for Battle Damage 85? The battle damage looks incredible. Like Hot Toys really knocked it out of the park, as long as there's a reel from what I've seen.
I don't think those are real. I think those are custom. I think that's a custom.
Oh, you think they're fake? Okay.
Yeah, here we go. I found the pics. So, oh no, never mind. These are... Oh, yeah, here we go. So this is the infamous Battle Damage dilemma. So this is a part of the Battle Damage on the Mark 85 Battle Damage. It's quite soft.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah. I don't
Is that
have a
die
massive
cast
issue.
or plastic?
Well, the chest plate is always plastic on Iron Man, so this would be a plastic piece. From a distance, I don't think it looks all that terrible, but up close, it's very soft. It's very mushy. That's why people were moaning, is because of this. Yes.
Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, if it makes us get a better product, then I'm all for it. So to me, it still looks pretty good, but it could be better.
I am so far removed from the Endgame hype at this point. Maybe I just need to watch Endgame again. But, like, it's been so long. I just want to get the line over with and move on to new stuff like Shang-Chi and Ms. Marvel and Hawkeye and Moon Knight and all that brand new stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still waiting for Endgame figures. We've still got Captain Marvel, Mark 85 Battle Damage, and then Loki and Cap, and then that's it. We can move on and wait for the next Avengers film. But I just can't believe that we are still talking about Endgame figures not being out. It's crazy to me.
It's still a ton of people that haven't received Cap yet.
Still, that's so crazy.
That is crazy. That is absolutely.
I'm glad Rob got his.
You know, it was a great day to get that Cap figure.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you because you finally have it. He's a badass figure too. It's not like you're waiting for a crap one. You're waiting for a real good one. So I'm glad that you got him. Ron C with a 1999 super chat. Thank you so much, Ron C. Super generous. Good evening, gentlemen. I never thought of having action figures again. Watching Robservation, Rob has me thinking about one, if available. Lee Majors in the red jumpsuit in $6 Million Man. Is there a $6 Million Man figure?
There is a company called Super Mad Toys that did one at the end of last year, but I don't know if they did the red jumpsuit. That would be a good. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
we'll
I
keep an
wanted
eye
to
out
get
on
that
seeing.
figure, and I should have got that.
If they do make them, I'm sure we'll talk about them on one of our various streams.
Oh,
We
you know
stream
what?
a
He
lot.
does. He does.
Oh.
He comes with this. Oh wait, somebody
Okay.
somebody put it on there. Yeah, maybe they made
TBC.
different versions.
Somebody probably custom it, like a customization or something.
TBC. Well,
Yeah, but you might want to look for that Super Mad Toys.
Super Mad Toys. Where can he find it, Rob?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Here's a video. There's
Try
a review.
eBay, perhaps.
Yeah.
I think eBay would probably be the best place to find it. All right. I saw a question above from Mr. Thompson about what do we think, what's our opinion on teasers? I don't know if you're talking about teaser trailers or teasers for figures without the R. I'm going to take it as the figure one because we're doing the figure show, obviously. I am not a huge fan of those little teaser images that Hot Toys releases because they more often than not don't follow through. Like Shazam, that is a crime. How the hell did they not make Shazam? That for me, I'm not a huge fan of the teasers. Ryan, what do you think about the stupid teaser images that they use?
I think if you're not gonna put out what you're teasing, then there's no point in even posting that photo in the first place.
Exactly.
You tell them, Ryan. Actually, Ryan, can you go to Secret Base and literally tell them?
Oh yeah, sure.
Literally go and tell them.
I'll go.
Next time you see Howard Chan, you grab him on the shoulder and say, Howard, dude, you don't release those teaser pictures anymore. You gotta stop that. Come on now. Come on,
tell him, like, bro, stop, man. Just stop.
Just don't do it.
Don't
Just
put out
come on.
teasers if you're not gonna release it.
Come on, man. Don't get Ryan kicked out. Please don't get him kicked out.
Oh,
You gotta
Ryan's already on the watch list.
Well, he got into
is
the
he?
Neon Tech party somehow.
He got
So-
in. He got in. Yeah, we got him in. We got that boy in. Don't worry. But next time you see Howard at the next Neon Tech Rave 2.0, let him know that the pictures are not required if they are not going to make them. Just let him know.
For sure.
Rob, what do you think about these teaser images?
Well, I mean, they get me excited. You know, what the possibilities, but I don't understand a lot of Hot Toys business practices. I mean, they have a lot of loyalty in the collector community, and I think it's interesting that they don't reciprocate to their own customer base.
They don't.
And
it's real bad.
I don't. I mean, I've been buying Hot Toys literally since the aughts. Like since I've been buying Hot Toys when they. I mean, I had all the Colonial Marines. I still have my Power Loader and Ripley, and when they released Alien and Predator action figure kits, they couldn't call them.
Yep.
And they were in the big shiny reflective boxes. So I've literally been. When did the Director come out? The George Lucas figure, 2004.
I think
that's
so.
old school,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. That's
And
retro.
I've been buying Hot Toys figures since then. You know, I mean, I go back here and I reach, like, for instance, I mean, I guess now things are falling, but here's one of my oldest Hot Toys figures.
Hey, Jor-El. Nice.
From
Wow.
this is from Superman. It's actually from Superman Returns, but you know, it's the Jor-El from, and this is 2006.
Yeah, he's great.
So
Still nice.
yeah, I mean, and I mean the face sculpt is not great, but as far as the costume and everything, it's still pretty nifty.
I mean, let's put it this way. If other industries or businesses did it this way, it's to have the reputation of if you show a product and then the question immediately becomes, oh, you know, if they make it. It's a pretty bad reputation to have, I think. You want to have that reputation that, oh, they've shown something, that's freaking awesome, I want it, I know I'm going to get it. But to have that reputation, like imagine if movie studios were the same way. They show a teaser and you're like, ooh, maybe they'll make the film, maybe they won't make the film. Like, that's really bad. You don't want to be in that situation, I don't think. That's a pretty bad reputation to have.
Well, the Hydra Stomper went up for pre-order this week.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I was really hoping to not speak about What If because I'm so sick of speaking about What If, but I guess we're going to speak about What If.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, just
Justin,
only as a figure that went up, that went up for pre-order.
He's a beauty. What do we think about him not being die-cast, though? I don't know that I don't think I care about that as much, but I've seen a lot of people really mad that he's not metal.
But I mean, it's huge.
It's too big.
But
I'm
so is
happy.
the Hulkbuster.
I'm personally happy that he's not.
But the
So is
Hulkbuster's
the
not.
Hulkbuster, and
But it's not
yeah,
a lot of. It's not totally die.
He's got a die-cast frame inside. He weighs freaking more than my 5 animals combined. That I have 5 animals, but he weighs like 30 kilos. He's huge and heavy. I think that diecast would have ruined it, to be totally honest with you. I'm not a fan of putting diecast just for the sake of it, but some people are mad. I don't know why.
Because figure collectors like to be mad. Like why is there everyone else in this world wants to? What is the default reason that everybody wants to be aggravated all the time?
I don't know. It's quite exhausting, isn't it?
I mean, look at the joy. The funny thing about it is, if you think about between third-party toys and what Hot Toys is releasing, now I'm getting X06 Star Trek figures. I haven't got my card yet, but I saw Az's. It's incredible. The tailoring is great. They're doing a great job. I don't understand why there's so much cool stuff available. And if you're a statue collector, I mean, the amount of things that we're getting, for the most part, is pretty amazing. Now, I'm not just saying take what they put out and just like it because we're getting it. We're all discerning. We all bitch and moan and complain. But the default position is, I have to say, I'm getting more awesomeness than I've ever got my entire life right now. And what's not to love?
Yeah.
There's so much awesome stuff. I don't even like What If, and you bet as soon as that Hydra Stomp went up, I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna get me a big chunky Iron Man boy for the shelf.
Yeah, I mean why not?
Yeah, I think bitching and moaning it starts trends. Like that's what it does. If you want things trending, if you want to see it a trending comment, you know what I mean. You start one and then you just see it spread like Chinese whispers. It goes everywhere. Like, and the thing is, it's like it's the complaining for whatever reason. The thing is, half the people complaining about it are the same people who are buying the figures, who will still buy the figures. So it doesn't really matter. It's crazy.
You'll see that a lot. I've found a lot of YouTube channels, especially Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, actually called out on Instagram some of the channels that were before the film came out that were
I know,
bashing him. Yeah, we know. And yeah, I don't know why they necessarily take that default position, but like before the film is even out, if you watch the film and you don't like it, I totally understand. It's your right to not like something. If you look at the figure and you see it in person and you say, oh, it's really not for me. But like before it's even out, to be like, it's gonna be shit, it's gonna be terrible. Like I don't know. I just can't get on board with that mindset. Maybe I'm just a more positive person when it comes to my plastic. But when I see something dope like that, I can't help but be, a little bit happy, to be totally honest with you. Even though I don't like What If. Like, I'm putting it out there. I was trying it out. I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm still looking forward to tonight's episode, but I'm more looking forward to Star Wars Visions. That also drops tonight, right?
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yes.
I'm super excited for that. I think it's all episodes in one go as well, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, that would be nice. That's new for Disney Plus.
I think. Kenneth Munson with a $5 super chat. Collectors like to be mad. A truer statement has never been made. Yes, quote that for 2021. Collectors like to be mad. They love to be mad. But I also find that most collectors are amazing, nice people. But some do just like to be mad for the sake of being mad. I don't know why the default position. I've also seen, like for instance, in IRL, when people aren't up with everything, like the new iPhone, right? The new iPhone was just released, or it will be released this week. But some people are unaware, blissfully unaware, that every year in September a new iPhone comes out and they're like, oh, what do you mean there's a new one? They just made a new one. What the hell? I just got my iPhone 12 last week. It's like, well, you can't be mad that there's a new version of that thing. I mean, we're talking about Beskar Mando as well. You can't be mad that there's a new and improved version that came out after the... Look at Will's face. It came out after the original version. You just got to sit back and either appreciate what you got or get the new one. Those are your options. Those are your two options. By the way, quality improvements are coming to my channel with the new iPhone because we're going to have a few new features with the camera. Macro is now available, so I'll be able to do macro shots of the head sculpts. Super excited about that. Sorry, the portraits. And rack focus and focus after shooting. So I don't know if you're aware of how that works, but basically it captures all focus data in with multiple lenses, and then you can adjust focus after you've shot the video. So if something's out of focus, you can adjust it in post. Ingenious. I love that. And ProRes video in 4K. Unfortunately, only at 30 frames, so I can't use the ProRes. Not ideal. I would have liked to have been able to. But you do have ProRes if you're shooting in 4K 30, but I shoot in 4K 60.
Yeah.
So anyway, quality improvements as of this Friday when I pick up my new phone. You hopefully should notice the quality improvements and larger sensors all around. So all three cameras have gotten larger sensors, so you should see a bump in quality as well. Luis, with a super chat, what are your thoughts on the power pose nature of the Hydra Stomper? Do you wish it was more like the Hulkbuster? Let me just say this, Louise. There is no fully articulated figure that is more power pose than the Hulkbuster. That thing can barely pose. It is so heavy. The joints are so immovable because you have to put a dude inside, but they sacrificed everything else just for that gimmick. If they had kept it so that it was just the bust inside, I would have been totally fine with that. But they re-engineered that thing like 7 times to get it so you can put the Mark 43 actually inside it. So that means the legs cannot move all the way forward because his legs actually go down into them. The arms as well. It's another point of like they're so heavy when you put them up, they just come straight back down. You can't really move the body the way that you want to. So I think that the Hydra Stomper will be almost as poseable as the Hulkbuster, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
What do you all think?
I don't own the Hulkbuster, so it's hard for me to say. But I mean, I'm fine with the power pose aspect of this. I mean, like how many poses are you really going to put the Hydra Stomper really in anyway? So I mean, it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I mean, there's some dynamic things you can do with it, but it's not. Most of the time, you're probably going to have Steve right next to it, or in it, or on top of it, or whatever you need to do to pull off a good pose, standing next to it most likely, and Hydra Stomper just staying there looking cool. I doubt you're really going to need to pull anything too crazy off.
And you have the flight stand too. If you want to have him in flight, you can totally do that. The head is jointed. You've got elbows. You've got wrists. You've got individual fingers, and you've got shoulders. Plus, you have legs that can move forward and bend in the knee, and articulated feet. So that's way more poseable than any other power pose that I've seen. So I personally am fine with it, to be totally honest with you. What about you? What about you, Lael? What do you think? I know you're a What If fan.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Oh,
and I was waiting on this piece.
Okay.
I think it's, like I said, to me, it's a beauty of a piece. I'm glad it isn't die cast because especially like if you have to think about it, if you want to, pull off that iconic pose with Peggy on his back, die cast, it would not work. True. It would not work that way. So, them not releasing it in die cast to me is completely fine. You have your choice whether or not you want to actually get the Hydra Stomper with Steve or just get the Hydra Stomper on its own. So I know a lot of people will probably get it by itself, but a completionist will get both and get Peggy as well. So I'm going to get both Steve, the Hydra Stomper, and Peggy just because
you're going to get 3. I think you got to get.
You have to get them all. You have to. So I mean, I'm pretty much happy with it. Again, there were only certain things. I mean, with it being as big as it is, I mean, there's only so much you would want it to do. As long as it pulls off an iconic pose, it looks decent, and it gives me what I want, I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah, I love it. It's a beauty, and plus it gives me like a vintage steampunk vibe. That's what I love about it. So I'm really happy about that piece.
It's very steampunk-like. I think a lot of people are loving that. I am. I think it looks badass.
Yeah.
Ryan, are you doing What If? I don't think I've asked you actually. Are you doing any of the What If figures?
No, but I am a fan of the show.
I love you, Ryan.
I'm like,
I think we're outnumbered just
wild
3-2.
cards over there.
We are outnumbered big time, unfortunately. They'll see the light. They'll see.
Yeah, we'll get them eventually. We'll get them.
That's
We'll
not
get
gonna
them.
Not
When
Lael.
they see,
Not Lael.
when
That's
they
not
see,
gonna happen. That's not.
when they see that it goes nowhere and these animated people aren't going to show up in the movies, then they will agree with it.
Lael
Like,
was still
I
good.
don't,
you know.
Yeah.
I don't really care that they may not show up.
Oh,
I just like the show.
interesting.
I think the show is
Interesting.
interesting.
You
Yeah,
like the
I'm
show?
happy for everyone who likes it.
I just
Yeah.
like the show.
I'm happy for you, Ryan. We love you, Ryan. Well, we also have a super chat from Joshua Newman, $4.99. Great stream so far. Thank you. We are almost wrapping up. We'll be going for another 5-ish minutes, and then we'll be recording the podcast. Will and I will be recording the podcast after this. Last time Justin mentioned that Rex and Ahsoka was possibly, allegedly this week. Was there any update to that? The update is no update. They should still hopefully be coming this week. I haven't heard that they are not coming. So the plan, I think, is still that Rex and Ahsoka will be this week. I am so excited for them. Honestly, I think
Me
I'm
too.
trying to gauge my own excitement levels. Fairly high. Fair to average. More than average.
Super high.
Fair to high. I want them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those two are going to be super hot releases. I think
Yeah.
people are going to go crazy for them.
Yeah.
Yes, I
kind
think
of.
so.
After you delivered the news, I kind of did a thing. I kind of did something.
What did you do? What did you do?
Oh.
Did you
So-
roll 5 of first?
No. So
Okay.
what I did was, because originally, before I took this trip down the Toys Wonderland road,
Okay.
I had
See
that figure on pre-order through.
with the first order.
Well, yeah, I I had it on order with Sideshow. Yeah, and what I did was, when you made the announcement, I just said, "Nah, I'm just gonna go the Toys Wonderland route," and I canceled that order. Just because it just made more sense to do so. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy about it. So once it's released, I did go. But see, the thing is, it made sense because I had points that I could use with Toys Wonderland that brought it down. And it actually, to be quite honest, it was first batch. I used points and got it under what it would actually have cost me to get it through Sideshow. So it made more sense to do it that way. So, and I wanted Rex. Everybody knows I wanted Rex so bad. So I just went that route, and then to know that they're releasing Ahsoka, I had already had Ahsoka paid off and ready to go. So, yeah, I did that. I don't want another delay. I don't want to have to wait too long. I'm sorry. Nothing against Sideshow. Like I said, I'm not here to bash them. I just did a thing. That's all.
It's fine.
That's
I'll
what I
do it
wanted to
for
do,
you.
so.
Lane Kramer says Sideshow moved up the dates for Lando and Shore Trooper. Like, move them up as in coming out sooner? Or I never take any value out of their release date schedule, because they are usually 3, 4, 5, maybe more months, like in the case of Cap, after the official release by Hot Toys. So I don't really take much stock in their delays or moving them up or whatever, because they're moving them around in that window. Their window is still relatively the same, maybe 1 or 2 months here or there. If they're coming out in Hong Kong like Iron Patriot, I think their release date was like January 2022 on Sideshow. But Iron Patriot is out now in Hong Kong. So I never really take too much stock of their release date changes. So, we'll see what the heck happens. Isaac says, Toys Wonderland's new rewards point system is awesome. Well, I'm glad that it's awesome. I was worried that people were going to be spicy about it. I never use this reward system because I don't order from the website. So I don't know if it's good or if it's bad or if people like it or what. But the consensus seems so far that it's pretty good.
I have 75,000 points at Toys Wonderland. I have 75,386 points.
You know what you need to do? You need to cash them in, boy.
Yeah,
I was going to say, like, I don't even know. But if that looks like with Hong Kong dollars, what is that, like $75? Like, I don't know.
No. There's a conversion. If you convert it either to a discount or you can convert it to, like, you can use it as dollars.
As dollar cash,
check out they've got a little explainer thing about it.
Get that Gladiator
I still
figure out.
fully understand.
Well, I already pre-ordered that.
Oh, you already got it.
Pre-ordered that.
Okay, so it's too late.
But there's
Get
other
something
things.
else.
There's this other figure that goes with the suit. It's a there's so many figures I want.
Yeah.
There's that I haven't pre-ordered. So many.
Get them. Isaac says that he used his points on Iron Spider. He had 147,000 points, and he used it to get Iron Spider under retail. Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Mike says, RMB, are you collecting points too? Yes, he is. For now.
Come on, man. Why wouldn't you?
He's going to spend them. I'm sure he will spend them.
I'm looking. I'm like, I wonder what I should
He's
get.
hunting right now.
No, there's
He's
so
a
many
man
things
on
that
the
I
hunt.
want on Toys Wonderland. I mean, you go there and like it's terrible.
It's
just,
once you go there,
it's not good because now they've added so many other things that, like the Bandai, the figure arts things. Figure arts. Yep. I just like to look at all this stuff. So when I go to buy something, I fall down the Toys Wonderland rabbit hole just to look at everything.
Yep.
And they have Prime 1 now as well. So I want to get. I need your advice, y'all's collective advice.
You see Will's face.
Hell yeah!
I see his face. I see his face.
Why did you? What? You just walked right into that, Justin, because you know now.
I'm so proud of him, Justin. I mean, Lael. I'm so proud of Justin. He's gone down the rabbit hole, Prime 1, and I'm just
so far down the rabbit hole at this point.
It's amazing.
I have a choice, right? I want to get the dark side. That's one that I think I need to get.
I do too.
Yeah, you got to get the dark side.
I do want to get
Lael's getting the wet eye now.
Do it. Yeah,
I don't know if number one. I don't know if I'm going to have space for him at the time. He's still a while off, so I'll worry about that when the time comes. But I have been given the opportunity to get a sold-out exclusive statue in the form of Tactical Suit Batman, and y'all know Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. I have the Suicide Squad / BVS suit, I've got the Justice League regular suit, and now my seller has said, hey, I can get you Tactical Suit, and it's for a very, very reasonable price, and it's the deluxe. So, my question is, I have Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. That's my Trinity from Justice League, right? I was perfectly happy with just having those three as the Trinity. Do I add Tactical Suit Batman?
I don't understand why you're asking this question.
I know. I was just right.
There's only one answer to this question. Why are you even asking, dude?
I would go with Dark Side. If you had to choose, I would go with Dark Side.
Justin, you're pulling a Will because when you have to ask the question, that means you already know. You know do it. You're going to do it. And the thing is, if we don't tell you, Will's going to get in your inbox and tell you the same damn thing.
I'll send him one right now.
Hold that trigger. I mean, the answer is always. I thought the philosophy of this show is that
pulling triggers is good.
Yeah.
I'm going to get
as long as it's not on another person.
Exactly.
As long as it's
not the Wild West.
Then as long as it's not that, then you're good. I am going to get their gold suit Aquaman. They only made 200 of him, so very small run. I'm going to order that this week, and I will review it when it's out. My Shazam is coming today. So yeah, the Prime 1 collection is growing. I also plan on getting Harley and Joker from Suicide Squad. I know, not the best version of Joker, but I want to get him to go with Harley. So that is my Prime 1 roadmap, if you will. So stay tuned to the channel. I'm buying a new turntable that is strong enough to be able to turn a Prime 1 statue. So
nice.
I'm waiting for that to come, and then I'll be able to do the reviews on the new ones. Because Bob Dylan commented on my Batman video. He's like, the review was great, but we didn't get to see it turning. And I'm like, You
can count on Bob Dylan to give you honest advice. That's for sure.
Bob Dylan, let me know. I was like, okay, I'll find one that is strong enough, because Prime 1 things are heavy, man. Really heavy. So I needed to find one with a max weight capacity of more than 25 kilos. Yes.
You can actually get a spinning tripod camera set. You could do that.
That will go around the statue.
That'll go around the figure. You could do something like that. You could.
That is possible. But I'd rather turn the statue, because then I don't have to worry about having the background fully covered.
True.
So stay tuned for some Prime 1 goodness.
You know what I just realized on this show? This is apropos.
Oh, my Shazam is here. It has arrived. The doorbell is ringing right now.
Oh, go get it.
Go get it, bro.
Come on.
Because Rob's got to end the stream. Rob's got a Rob solution.
You don't want to.
No, I don't have a Rob. But I was just thinking, I'm looking at this Cyclops figure, and I realized I can pose him with my Hot Toys Captain Marvel, because she also has a leather jacket.
Yeah, you can.
And they could go out shopping together.
And if we base it on the comic book lore itself, remember, she did lose her powers, and she was basically the pilot for the X-Men for a long time before she got it back. So it makes sense.
Oh, see, there you go, Lael.
There you go.
That comic
and you know, I've got my six scale video games.
It's not Shazam. It's
Oh, man.
some weird little package that I don't know what the hell it is. Steph was like, some lady just dropped this off for you.
What if that was Shazam? How disappointing would that be?
Oh, that would be very disappointing. Let's have a look at what the hell this tiny package is.
It might be. It could be Shang-Chi real.
Bro.
Wow. This is
Special
weird.
golden tickets.
What the hell is this? Who was it sent from? I don't know.
You think it's a box of ramen?
I would love for it to be a box of ramen, Will. Okay, we got this white box. What the hell is this? Oh, the Patriot Studio Joker figures. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Live unboxing.
There you
The
go.
boxes are kind of beat up because they just bubble wrapped them and sent them, but let's have a look. So one of these is Arthur Fleck, and one of these is the Joker. Let's have a look.
Open them up.
While you're doing that, Linda, you are absolutely right.
there's a
Captain
box
Marvel
inside
can
the box.
hang out with War Machine. They did have a relationship in the books.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful.
That's
I
amazing.
love the box here. Wow. Okay, there's one. Let me get the other one. This, in my opinion, has the best Joaquin likeness for a fully articulated figure. Obviously, the Prime 1 and Queen stuff is way better. But I think for a figure, fully articulated figure, these are fantastic. Okay, well, we have some bonus pieces. There's a floor here.
That's cool.
And also a little thing that says
That's
Arthur.
cool. Yeah. I like
Okay.
that.
Arthur Joker Fleck, it says. So let me get this guy out here. Which one? This is the red suited one. All right, we'll look at the red suited one first. Why not?
Yeah.
What about Dark Toys figures? How do you feel about them? You down with Dark Toys?
I don't know about
Wow.
Dark Toys, to
Yeah, I
be
don't
honest,
like
Rob.
Dark Toys.
I've never owned anything from them.
All right, because they
so
have a
I'm
Road
keeping
Warrior
my
figure
eye
I
on them.
want to get.
We
I was gonna
have
use my
I
points.
saw it. I
two
saw it.
boxes here. What are these two boxes? This is
Those are
weird.
nice
All right, let me open
boxes,
the
though.
small. They're beautiful. Let me open the smaller one first.
Wait, what scale
Okay.
are these?
1/12, unfortunately, Ryan. These boxes are real nice. Shall I go full screen? Let me go full screen.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to ask you, could you do that? Thank you.
So there's a whole bunch of Joker faces
Wow,
here.
is that like that matte finish printing?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's some dope ass. That's some great looking.
That's
those are
cool.
nice.
That's,
yeah.
yeah, I like that box art.
Wow.
That ain't bad. Yeah,
That
for
ain't
12.
bad at all.
At all. At all.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good
what
for
else
one.
do
Yeah,
we have in
112.
here?
That's great.
For a 1/12 scale? I mean, it has
So this is in the first
the-
box. Let me
the
get
portrait
second
looks
box.
great.
Yeah, it's hard to get a lot of detail on 112, but they did.
Oh.
Head sculpt.
I didn't
in
even
the
catch that,
second
Leo.
box, we've got another head. This is him
Yeah.
doing his crazy maniacal laugh. I wish it would focus. Let me-
It's trying. It's
I'll do it
trying.
manually. I can do it manually. Stupid thing.
There we go.
That's not bad, man. That head sculpt is
That's
pretty.
pretty good, man.
It's pretty
Wait,
damn
that's
wait,
good.
pretty
wait,
good.
wait. Where's focus? Focus.
It's pretty close. I
There
can
we
see your fingernails really well.
Thank you. I'll hide them. Stupid thing. I don't know where the frick. It won't let me. It won't let me manually focus. Anyway,
It looks
That's what
damn
it was.
good.
That looks
Still
pretty
looks
good.
great.
That looks good, yeah.
It looks
stupid
great.
thing. You'll just have to wait for the review to see the head sculpt close up. Rob.
Is that a chair?
This is.
That's a chair from the night from the interview from the stage
have
where
the
he kills
Murray-
Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have the Murray Franklin show chair.
Look at
It's got a
that
real,
chair,
It's
dude.
got a real metal
Wow.
rod. This is a squishy type of material. A real metal rod down below. I haven't
Wow.
assembled it properly.
Oh man, you got a chair. Oh,
Yeah. We got a chair. Okay, so that's the red suit version. I'm pretty freaking happy with this. Let me see about opening up the Arthur Fleck. So this is the bathroom scene version, I think. Hold on. I really wish these were 1/6 scale, because 1/12 scale is dope, but it's not really
I
my
really like that
favorite.
packaging though. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
the packaging's on point, bro.
Yeah, it's classy. So you slide up this cover, and then there's two boxes.
I like
so
how
the
they do
smaller
that.
box. has the figure himself.
Is this a new company?
I believe so. So we have a similar thing with Arthur. We've got the Joker thing on the side there with the various faces. And then here we have Arthur Fleck. This head sculpt is pretty freaking good too.
Wow.
Wow.
That one's really good. Yeah.
Damn, like they really took their time and made a excellent piece, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. He's got his gun, he's got his hands. Let's see what's in the other box. I like that they've separated the things into 2 different boxes. It makes it feel like you're getting more stuff, even though it's not. But, you know, it makes it feel like you are. Ooh, you have like a full... You got 2 sinks that you have to assemble. So you got a full sink. There's a faucet in here. Yeah, you have to assemble the sinks. Very interesting. But you also get this second head sculpt. Here we go again with the focusing issues. What if I hold up this thing behind it? There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's him doing the dance face, I suppose. His eyes closed.
Nice.
Yeah, this
pretty
is
great.
nice. Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I will be reviewing it soon.
Better than some, you know, it's better than some renditions I've seen already. You know what I mean? As far as like head sculpt is concerned.
I agree that this is quite a surprise,
Yeah.
but a welcome one.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
That's good
I'm so
stuff,
sorry.
man. That
It's
looks
better
good.
than some of those third-party ones. I don't know if this is third-party. It probably is, but
It is third party.
Well-
I will review those. I'm super
Really
excited
nice,
to
though.
review those.
yeah, it's really
Very,
nice.
very. I have another 1/12 scale Joker, but it's not quite as good as those guys. I think those are the best. So, surprise! That was a surprise unboxing.
Pleasant surprise.
Very, yes, a surprise, but a welcome one.
There you go.
Well, that is pretty much it for this live stream, ladies and gents. We've been going for almost 2 hours now. I have to say a massive thank you to every single one of the awesome gents on this stream. Ryan, for coming in super early in the morning in Hong Kong. Thank you very much. Rob and Lael and Will for being in the States and being awesome. Y'all are fantastic. The links to your channels will be in the chat. Bob Dylan has already been doing that, I believe. Yep, he's doing it right now. So a huge thank you to Bob Dylan, my amazing channel moderator, and every single one of you for coming along, chatting to us, watching the stream. You all have been awesome. But we will be back next week, and thankfully, daylight savings is ending or starting or whatever it is, and I'll be able to join the amazing Rob and Az on their stream, fully articulated and hot toys. I've said that every week, but it still hasn't ended yet. It's coming. Stay tuned. I will be there. I will. But that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.